Iowa is actually known nationally as an exporter of teachers because we produce more teachers annually than we have positions for. So other states heavily recruit within the state of Iowa. They come to our teacher fairs and they offer things like signing bonuses, which are really attractive to a new graduate. Think of someone with brand new student loan debt. You know, that is definitely an incentive. I think there are other reasons as well. Changes in laws like collective bargaining are causing educators to definitely look at other states, but we're also competing with other industries. So with low unemployment, we have educators being recruited to places like Principal and Wells Fargo because educators make great employees in lots of professions. So I would encourage districts to be creative and offer things that are unique. Something that some districts are doing that solves two problems would be to offer to pay part or whole for additional coursework for teachers to pursue endorsements. So for example, you may have an elementary educator applying for a special education position, and if there's a chance that the district may be able to assist with that effort in terms of the cost of that coursework, you might be able to fill a shortage area as well. Some districts are offering to pay for master's degrees, and other districts are doing creative things with housing. There's a district in Iowa that actually purchased a home, and they have young teachers and student teachers living together so that they have opportunity to socialize and collaborate with other young people. For somebody who goes to a traditional four-year program and they intend to become a teacher, it's a very smooth process. But for somebody who gets a degree in another field and then wants to be a career changer, there are some barriers, and we're working to alleviate those. The biggest one is definitely student teaching. We have many online programs where a working adult can achieve the coursework requirements to become a teacher, but when it comes to student teaching, they're going to have to potentially leave a job and then serve as a student teacher for up to 14 to 16 weeks, not bringing in a salary, and that's a pretty big barrier for someone who has an established family and maybe a home and things like that. So we have something called a teacher intern program, and what that does is it allows people who already hold a bachelor's degree to complete coursework online, and then instead of student teaching, they can jump right into their first year of teaching, and they're fully paid with full first-year teacher salary and benefits. They're just more closely monitored by the university so that they are able to make that transition more smoothly. We also have opportunities for educators to teach at the community college level, which does not require licensure, and we have career and technical authorizations as well. So without a doubt, our greatest shortage area in Iowa is special education, and I would say all areas of special education, particularly what we call our strategist 2 endorsement, which is behavior disorders, learning disabilities, sort of the more severe areas. And so typically what we're doing to alleviate that is a lot of our teacher prep candidates don't seek out those endorsements initially, and so they go and get those later. And so we offer a lot of conditional licensure. So you can take somebody who has a license in any other area and we can conditionally license them for the special ed area. Other shortage areas would include primarily secondary areas such as family consumer science, industrial technology, agriculture. Those can sometimes be assisted through that career and technical pathway. Sometimes we can bring folks in to do that work. Primarily in science, it's really specific to physics. Our other science and math areas, actually we've seen an increase in those areas, so it's getting a little bit better. We definitely produce more elementary educators than any other area. And so our elementary area educators make some of the best teachers in special education, English as a second language, talented and gifted. And so if they begin to branch out, that's also a great strategy for filling some of those shortage areas. I would encourage districts to just think really creatively, because if they have something unique that they can offer, think about what that might be in terms of incentives. Also, it would be really interesting to see more districts growing their own, so to speak. So what are districts doing to talk to their current students in order to maybe encourage them to enter the field of education? There are some districts that actually start that process with 8th graders. And so by the time they enter high school, they maybe already have a concurrent enrollment agreement with a community college, so that those students are actually taking their first teacher preparation courses during high school, and they're more likely to maybe return to that community because they have ties there. And so that's one of the most creative approaches that we've seen. And certainly the other incentives like the signing bonuses and paying for additional classes and things of that nature as well. But it is difficult when you're looking at young people who are choosing, where they would like to live. So how do we make it the most attractive?